warmly welcome from the ener.CON Europe 2015. I'm here with Mr. Geert Devooght from Bekaert and from Belgium. And yeah, thanks a lot for your time. We have some minutes to talk about his work and his case study he's presenting. Can I ask you to briefly introduce yourself and explain your job background and what you're doing there?
Well, I'm Geert Devooght, yes, and I'm working for Bekaert, which is a Belgium-based company. We are a steel manufacturing company, so we supply steel wires to all different kinds of industries, going from the automotive to the building industry, to the power industry, and then towards some consumables. We are represented in 36 countries with around 75 production units, where basically our business is split up in two major business segments, call it like that. That is will be purely wire, which we deliver in bulk, and the other part we call it rubber reinforcement. So where companies like Goodyear, Michelin, Bridgestone are part of our client portfolio, and where they put our material in rubber. But that's pretty much linked to the automotive industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are you doing there?
So I joined the company 18 years ago, and that was basically in sales or in combined development with our customers. Where 10 years ago I jumped over to investments within the company. So we had a large expansion program started in 2002, mainly directed to Asia, China, India, Indonesia, next to that also Russia, and the Central European context, Slovakia, Czech Republic. So I did that basically for 10 years, where in the last 2, 3, 5 years, the investment levels went a little bit down, so the focus was there in the company also to save cost. Honestly saying, I must admit, we did not spend too much energy in trying to save energy. Yeah. This is something which came up only the last 3 years, initiated last 5 years, depending on the business unit.
And what are the most important energy saving projects you have or you're currently working on?
Well, in this regard, with the majority of the companies that we have here in the ener.CON conference, they are large companies with huge facilities. So we don't consider us as a small one, but I definitely don't consider us as a big one. Our production facilities are composed of lots of small equipment compared to their facilities. 80% of our energy bill is electrical energy, mainly taken up by electrical motors. So that's said that our focus have mainly been in optimizing drivetrain systems towards electrical motors.
Okay. You're here to present your case study, benchmarking best practice leads to energy savings, and you also talk about the Energy Excellence Program of Bekaert. Could you explain it to us very briefly?
Yes. The initiative was coming from the top, but without setting KPIs for it in the beginning. It was rather a program to find out what is finally possible, and to find out why we cannot benchmark the plants with each other. When I look to one business unit, the average, if you would start setting targets, you could set a target of 500 kilowatt hours per ton, but in that business units we have plants running at 200 kilowatt hours per ton to even 6,000.
Okay.
So there is not a single way where you can compare them. But you can start comparing them if you look at individual departments. Split up your plant in different parts. Look what kind of equipment is being installed. Look at the generation of equipment that is there installed. And look at the products that they are making. So if you have that put down in a certain matrix, then you can start making fair comparisons and making fair KPIs and target settings. That's what is all about on our, call it, Energy Excellence Program that we have been setting forward.
And what did you find out in that comparison?
That comparison is the first period that we have been dealing with. So we save basically at the rate of 1% per year, with the investments majority less than 1 year as a payback. But there we have been focusing purely on equipment Yeah, so larger savings would be possible, but then you have to take decisions of throwing out older equipment and replacing that with, call it, the latest state of technology. But then you run into real capex programs with paybacks over 4, 5, 6, 7 years. That depends. But what we have not been working on, and that is the steps for the coming 5 years. And here I refer a little bit to the Solvat program of Solvay Energy Services. That's what we want to achieve as well, to involve the people on the floor to a maximum level, to achieve additional savings. Yeah, that the processes are set at the right set points, that the people know and understand what these represent and what are the effects if not working according to that.
Apart from your case study, why are you here at the conference?
The first participation in 2012 was rather by accident, because I was just busy with energy, and the colleague who registered himself left the company. He had an opportunity outside the company, and I was called the Chinese volunteer to join in. But I found that in the first time very interesting, so I'm still working on energy within the company. So I found it an interesting conference to participate in the last 2 years and this year as well.
Fine. I'm very glad that we have you here for the 4th time, and I hope to see you again next year.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for
My
your
pleasure.
time.